All right. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Friday. Holy mackerel. Embrace it. Embrace it. It's a Friday. Oh, risers, welcome to the program. Glad you're here today. It is a happy Friday. Awesome. Thank you, Miss Angie. All right. We got a lot of stuff to discuss today. We got some video. Some good things are happening. And we'll talk about Tuesday. We want to keep that in mind. We don't want to forget that. So have you been sharing the post? Have you been sharing the invitation for people to come out to the meeting on Tuesday afternoon? We want to make sure you do that. We'll get to all that here in just a moment. And your phone calls, 850-771-0049. My name is Nick Stewart, because nobody else wants it. That's what it says on my birth certificate. And I don't use a fake name. That is my name. I'm Nick Stewart. This is Sunrise Santa Rosa. Welcome, risers, everybody. Bought your poster boards for Tuesday. Nice. Get your signs made. Get ready to let them hear you. Hey, Rose. I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Ellen. Good morning to y'all. Hey, we're going to get to the forecast here. And get on started with stuff today. Beautiful, plentiful sunshine, high near 80. Humidity about 53% today. Tonight, clear sky, low near 52. Tomorrow, mainly sunny, high near 80. Again, humidity about 44%. Saturday night, you're gonna have clear skies, low near 61. Then on Sunday, I give you the whole weekend because I'm that kind of guy. Sunday, sunny along with a few clouds and a high near 83 on Sunday. Woo-hoo. And again, humidity on about 59%. That's nice. It's 55 in Milton, 64 Gulf Breeze, 58 Navarre, 58 in Pensacola. I drank my breakfast. Hi. Fire the liar. Yeah. Can't Dan the sham. I will have some call consigns at the meeting to hand out. Pro call consigns. That's right. So we are going to show up on Tuesday in mass. Make sure that you are inviting people. Make sure you are educating them about what's going on. Because there's a lot of folks, listen, again, the voice of the community right now is Milton Post, Jernigan's Landing. You've got some others that are connected to those Facebook pages. You got South Santa Rosa News and us. That's it. You're not getting these things from anywhere else. Nobody cares if Dan Schiebler lies to you. The county commissioners don't care. The county commissioners don't care that Dan Schiebler lies to you. Even though we got proof on video, And so you need to be angry. And others need to be angry as well. There's the link that the Milton Post put up. Thank you very much. So just keep those things in mind. Make sure that you are there on Tuesday. I'm going to be there. I'm going to bring some equipment. We're going to do some live streaming from there, talking to folks. And we're going to be there. And we want you to be out there. This is important. Because I'm telling you what, if they don't fire him on Tuesday, they won't. They won't. Because you're not that important to them. You must show up. You must fill up the as much as possible in the room and then have them swarming outside. They must know we're done with this. You will hear us. We are the people, and you will hear us. And show up Tuesday at 4:30 in mass. Be kind. We don't want any problems, but bring your signs and demand that Schiebler not step down. We want him fired. We want the commissioners to do what they're supposed to do and fire this lying piece of garbage. Don't let him step down. Nope. Not sufficient. Not sufficient. Think about that. 850-771-0049. Be bold. Be strong. Holy mackerel, man. All right. We got a ton of stuff to cover this morning. Let's get to it. Work is continuing on repairs to the Pensacola Bay Bridge. I got some pictures here. They do it. Oh, here they are. So I got a couple pictures to show you. I froze. I froze there for a moment. Sorry. It wasn't me. It was the... Anyway, the repairs are continuing on the Pensacola Bay Bridge. And the Florida Department of Transportation says they're still on track to open 2 lanes of traffic on the bridge the week of May 31st. Here is some pictures of that as they're pouring. Oh, look how pretty that is. Go ahead. You go first. Don't be afraid. We're right behind you. Do you trust Skanska in anything? There are certain people. Like I wouldn't. So if Dan Schiebler wanted to sell me a car, I would take a car from Dan Schiebler. Nope. I'm not buying anything from Dan Schiebler. And I don't buy anything from Skanska. I don't care what they tell me at this point. I'm not trusting anything they tell me. But it's supposed to open May 31st. We'll see. I don't. But don't you get it, Stephen? I'm not. You can't trust what some people tell you. Always trust the government. Yeah. I don't think that's a thing. That's like an anti-thing. Just saying. Morning, James Calkins. God bless you, man. All right. Tell good morning to your wife as well. We appreciate her. We're learning more about the Tate High School homecoming queen, the vote scandal, as the school prepares to recall yearbooks over a photo edited in some way parents tell northofscambia.com is going too far. Emily Rose Grover was a 17-year-old juvenile at the time of her arrest in April. She turned 18 just a few days later, and she's going to be tried as an adult. She faces like 16 years. Grover and her mother, Laura Carroll, former assistant principal at Bellevue, were charged by the Florida Department of Law Enforcement with 1 count each of felony offenses against users of computers, computer systems, computer networks, electronic devices, felony unlawful use of a two-way communication device, felony criminal use of personally identifiable information, and conspiracy to commit these offenses. The misdemeanor conspiracy charge against both has been upgraded by prosecutors to a felony count. The edited photo that we are talking about from the yearbook. Let me put this up here. I'll get rid of him. We'll get to him in a minute. This is the photo from the yearbook. Now, if you have a hard time, you have to look in real close because it's a silhouette. There's a silhouette of a bucking bronco, the school's mascot. And you see you see that the one in the middle, you see her crown a little bit up there, but she's got a white shirt on there, but the horse's backside is covering her face. That's in the yearbook. The horse's rear end used to cover Grover's face, and that is a part has upset many. They covered her face with a horse's rear, one parent wrote in an email to northofscambia.com. That's just too much and never should have happened. We're recalling those yearbooks to fix that problem. That's according to the Scambia County School District Superintendent, Dr. Tim Smith. Somebody went in and made an edit that shouldn't have happened. And it's hilarious. That is hilarious to me. But hold on to those yearbooks. Hold on to those yearbooks. Good morning, Jason. All right. So there you go. What do you think about, is this, I mean, this girl was a horse's rear. Is that going too far? Is that going too far? They don't charge. Yes, I was going to say the same thing, Donna, that they're not that hard. This girl faces 16 years. They're not that hard on people caught with child porn. They're not. And yeah, what's too far? Oops. I understand she broke the law, but why is she facing more time? Yes. That seems to be the question. That is a very good question. Now, that's what the possible is. Now, will she face that? I mean, will she get that? I don't know. But it does seem ridiculous. It does seem ridiculous. 850-771-0049. She said, I goofed up. This will make it interesting. A crackdown on drivers who are repeatedly revving engines, honking horns, and playing excessively loud music up and down Palafox streets is coming with a targeted effort from downtown officials and Pensacola police. As the weather warms up and COVID vaccines roll out, as the restrictions are lifted by our governor, it should read. Downtown is seeing increasing numbers of visitors and people outdoor dining. But Downtown Improvement Board Chairman Michael Cairo said the primary complaint he hears from business owners and visitors is vehicle noise. It's very unsettling for a lot of the visitors, especially if you have anyone dining outside. It's very, very problematic. The Downtown Improvement Board this week set aside $1,500 in its budget to buy a noise meter, one noise meter. It's a device that reads decibel levels to determine whether a vehicle is making more noise than is allowed per city ordinance. The money will also go towards signage to market the crackdown if the city council approves the measure. Now, they want to hire off-duty police officers to write tickets for excessive noise from a decibel reader. One. Now, here's my question. How do you know if you're driving if it's too loud? How do you know? The cop might know. How do you know? Revving engines? Really? Is revving engines that big of a deal? Listen, with all the problems that Pensacola has, is revving engines and a radio too much for Palafox? Is that where the priority goes? You've got people shooting people on Palafox, by the way. You got shootings and gang and drug problems, and you're worried about the noise ordinance on Palafox. I don't know. I mean, I get irritated at lights with loud radios. It does irritate me. But what do you? I mean, is this what we've come to? We are more concerned about the regulations than we are about serious crime. You handle the serious crime, and we'll worry about the other stuff. Yeah, people. Most of that is car clubs going to Bayfront. Maybe. But is it that big of a deal? You're worried. I mean, I get it, visitors and that kind of thing, but whatever. I tell you what, put more speed bumps. Put speed bumps down there. Do things that make it, or here you go. Let me throw it. Have certain hours where traffic on Palafox is shut off. You do it for certain events. Just do it. Hey, on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday nights, you can't between here and here. There's no traffic on Palafox. The car club spend money downtown. Yes. So there you go. I suppose, Gail, that you're talking about the homecoming queen. You got to have a noun. We do have more things to worry about. There are more things to worry about. Let's crack down on the shootings. Let's crack down on the gangs, shall we? Yeah, I think so. I mean, you've got a lot of foot traffic. You open up, you low. I tell you, here's the solution for downtown improvement board. You ready? As I'm always thinking. Here's what you do. Starting at 4:00, there are no meters. There's no charge for parking starting at 4:00. And then you shut off traffic on Palafox and be done with it. And it's just foot traffic Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. That's when the visitors are here eating outside. Let's do that. Don't start on speed bumps. I know. I was trying to figure out about traffic, but if you don't worry about speed bumps, just shut off traffic starting at 4:00 and go that route. I think, would you not? I think you'd see more people walking their dogs down there. You'd see people eating outside, visiting in the street, and 4 p.m. on to say 11? I don't know. City shuts down Bourbon Street. Yes, it works out really well. And I think that Pensacola ought to embrace that kind of a thing. And if that is an issue, shut it off. Because you're not going to be able to police it. They said, well, if we write some tickets for about a month, all we have to do is monitor it for a month, and people will get the idea. We'll write some tickets. Let me ask you a question. Remember Grover wanting to do a mask mandate, and we've got cops that are going to be writing tickets, citations? How many of those were written? How many warnings were given? How many fines were collected? None. Didn't change anything. This is going to be a waste of money. I just gave you a very usable solution. Take it and run with it. I don't need credit for it. Just do it. And open it up to pedestrians from 4 to 10. Whatever you choose. Where people are dining outside, eating, visiting. You got me? 850-771-0049. I would, even on the weekends, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, do it to midnight because you got people out there all hours. Pensacola and Santa Rosa County, Escambia and Santa Rosa counties are so backwards. Nothing the leaders do actually benefit the economy. It's about the pockets of those sitting in the seat. Well, yeah, we do know that's true. But I may just send an email to Michael Carroll. Not that he would listen to me, but it's just here you go. Here's a thought for you. Because at that point, what good does traffic do on Palafox on the street at that time of night? They're either going too fast. You've got people been hit by cars before. You got people going too fast. You got the loud music, whatever. Just shut it off. You're going to have the people there anyway. Most people park off the street and walk to Palafox anyway. We need to fix our streets before we tell them how to fix theirs. But Deborah, you understand, you use those streets in Pensacola as well. But yeah, we're just trying to come up with solutions for the area, right? Yeah. 850-771-0049. I think that would work. As concerns mount over the future of Milton's new wastewater treatment plant, The city plans to hold an informational workshop Saturday at City Hall to educate the community on the history and future of the plant. The workshop will take place at 8:30 a.m. Saturday at City Hall on Dixon Street. The public is invited to attend. The city of Milton has long been working toward creating a new wastewater treatment plant to accommodate growth outside the city limits. Officials broke ground in February on a new site near the Santa Rosa County Sheriff's Office and the Blackwater River, because that's where you want a wastewater treatment plant, is right on the river. Well, El Cuco says, yep, I've seen it before. I'll say it again. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The BOCC is more concerned with personal interest instead of public service, which is why we're in the spot we're in, where this guy lies to you. Lies to your face. Yeah. Personal interest instead of public service. I'm going to lie to you because it's in my best interest to lie to you. I don't owe you an explanation. You're peasants. You're peasants. Now, while he didn't say that directly, you could tell the attitude because he smirked when they called him on it. He smirked. I'm going to smirk at you. Yeah, putting a wastewater treatment facility on the river is dumb. It is dumb. All wastewater plants seem to be near a body of water. Not all of them. Not all of them, no. In my mind, I don't... Yes, Justin. Yes, Dan Schiebler said the other day, in my mind, I'm responsible. Well, you know what? That makes you sound like you're not responsible. You are responsible. You're right, Justin. Very good. Let him eat cake. Yep, that's what they're basically telling you. Sharon is the current wastewater treatment plant is on the block. Oh, yeah. All right. Governor Ron DeSantis signed a Florida elections bill in West Palm Beach on Thursday under a cloud of controversy. The event was billed as a Fox News exclusive. The new law is going to change the way Florida's mail-in ballot works. The bill adds ID requirements for for voters registering to vote by mail. Drop boxes for ballots will also see big changes under the bill. They'll have to be at permanent locations, open at certain hours, staffed by an employee from the election service. No local media cameras were allowed to the event as Governor DeSantis signed the bill. And they said, why are you hiding? Why are you signing this? He goes, it's on national TV, you morons. It's on Fox News. Look at the ratings. Just saying. Right now, I have what we think is the strongest election integrity measures in the country. We're also banning ballot harvesting. We're not going to let political operatives go and get satchels of votes and dump them in some drop box. Good for him. Now, our governor does rock. He does rock. So here's this then. After he did that, Nikki Fried, Florida Agriculture Commissioner Nikki Fried, an outspoken critic of Governor DeSantis and the lone Democrat elected to his cabinet, called him a dictator after he signed a controversial elections bill in West Palm Beach. She said, so the Republicans are afraid of taking their message to the people, because the only way they've been able to win elections is through lies, misinformation, fraud, and now voter suppression. The only way they can win is by cheating. That's from Nikki Fried, a Democrat. Listen to this.
We were saying that we're just making sure we don't have these problems in the future. How would you respond to that?
As somebody, we've never had these problems. As somebody who is a problem solver, and I like to walk into a room and I say, "Okay, what are the issues? Let's solve them."
Nikki Fried is a problem solver.
I don't create problems, and that's exactly what this piece of legislation was trying to fix—a problem that didn't exist, that wasn't an issue, and this is just their mask of what is voter suppression.
So it's voter suppression, the same old story from the... You're not allowing us to cheat, so you're suppressing votes. Well, okay. There you go. Nikki Fried. What a freak. What a freak job. 850-771-0049. Also, Governor DeSantis decided that Florida's receiving unemployment benefits will soon have to provide proof that they are looking for a job. Now, listen, since this COVID thing started, there were no jobs. There was no jobs available, and so you didn't have to put on the report when you were collecting your monies that you were looking for a job. Governor DeSantis says there's jobs out there. You now have to show that you're looking for a job. He lifted the requirement that people receiving benefits look for work early in the pandemic when unemployment was rising and few were hiring, but DeSantis lifted restrictions on businesses and the unemployment rate is below the national average. Normally, when you're getting unemployment, the whole idea is that it's temporary and you need to be looking for work to get off unemployment. It was a disaster, so we suspended those job search requirements. I think it's pretty clear now we have an abundance of job openings. Get a job. Get a job. I think Nikki understands that if without cheating, they can't win. If the Dems would stop trying to be a communist party, we wouldn't have those issues. That's true. Yes, Deborah, they like to point out what they're doing and put it on other people. Yeah. All right. 850-771-0049. Get a job, DeSantis says. There's jobs out there. We are hitting tourist season. People are eager to get out. They're eager to get out of the house. And they want to go to Florida where it's open. We want to go visit Florida because it's open in Florida, and we want to go on vacation and get away and not have to worry about masks and those kinds of things. So we want to go on vacation. We're going to Florida, and people need to be there to service them. So there needs to be waiters and waitresses, and you get it. There's got to be people working. There are help wanted signs everywhere. Everywhere. You can't get people to work. And it's time we got back to work. Get off your butt. It's been a year. Get a job. 850-771-0049. I was off for 4.5 months because of COVID, nothing open. And I couldn't wait to get back to work. Now, I got one fairly early on, but it was a couple months before I could get started. Just the way it fell. So, but it was crazy. So there you go, Governor DeSantis. Get off your butt. Get a job. Professional golfer Daniel Bowling. Where's his picture at? He looks like he's 12. There he is. That's Daniel Bowling, professional golfer. He's been arrested. He was allegedly trying to meet up with a 15-year-old girl who turned out to be an undercover officer. According to detectives, Bowling, who's a Canadian-born, contacted a decoy on ad chat in early April, and his conversations with the decoy, posing as a 15-year-old, quickly turned sexual. On Thursday, detectives and officers from Special Enforcement Division arrested Bowling without incident as he was arriving to meet up with the decoy. Yeah. Maybe he'll go to the prison where John Wayne Gacy was, where he got a miniature golf course in. Maybe he can teach golf there. This is interesting. A state senator in Ohio was caught driving while on Zoom. The same day the state was debating a bill to increase penalties for distracted drivers. Here's the embarrassing part. He unsuccessfully tried to hide the fact that he was driving by using a virtual background of a home office. So the whole thing is trying to stop distracted driving. That's what the bill's about. And here he is on a Zoom call. Check it out. You're not fooling anybody. There he is. Oh, yeah. You see him? Look at him. He's got a seatbelt on. Now, you're either a huge loser that you have to have a seatbelt. You remember Victor Borga? How he fall off the piano bench and he'd pull out a seatbelt and strap himself to the piano bench? That's this guy. If you see him checking traffic, he has a seatbelt on. He has a and the great part is it's a distracted driving Zoom call. Nice. He says, I wasn't, yeah, I know, right? Or put up a picture. Wow. Pretty amazing. He says, I wasn't distracted. A video of the 13-minute May 3rd meeting was posted by the Ohio channel. At the start of the video, Brenner can be seen sitting in his stationary car, but minutes later, his camera turns off. When his camera resumes around the 3:30 mark, it appears Brenner put up a virtual background of a home office. The camera turns off again shortly thereafter, but it turns back on around the 4:20 mark. Brenner has his seatbelt fastened and appears to be driving, looking both ways as he crosses the intersection. He told the dispatch that for most of the meeting, he was parked in his car. Well, this guy is mental. Is this? I don't know. Seatbelt guy has to be a dim. You would think it's that kind of mentality. But is he fooling anybody with this? Look at this video. Nice. Oh my gosh. And that is a Schiebler move, isn't it? That is a very Schiebler move. Yes, Dan Schiebler would do this. That's the same kind of stuff that this guy would do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that's why on Tuesday he has to go. Do as we say, not as we do. Dan's Ohio cousin. I think you might be right. Oh my gosh. Some companies, Amy says, some companies are requiring cameras to be on. Some have not been home working as expected. Well, that could be the truth, but this guy is he's a representative, state representative, and it's about legislation. So I don't know. It's hysterical. Fraud. Oh my gosh. I wonder if we went back and looked at that. You know what? That probably wasn't very smart. Oh my gosh. All right. Coronavirus news. While coronavirus infections and deaths are falling across the country, one study claims that the actual numbers of deaths from the pandemic is 57% higher than the official count. The study by researchers at the University of Washington's Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation was published on Thursday and said the actual number of coronavirus deaths in the United States could be as high as 900,000. As of Thursday, the official count for the coronavirus death stands at more than 575,000 in the U.S. Researchers said they tried to calculate the true number of deaths caused directly by the SARS-CoV-2 virus by analyzing excess deaths reported during the pandemic period. The study found that the same could be true for deaths globally. The reported number of coronavirus deaths globally is 3.24 million, but the study estimates that the actual number of deaths from the virus could be as many as 7 million, more than double the official figure. Why are they saying this? Because the numbers weren't as high as they wanted them to be. The numbers for the COVID death was not as high. You know, they were naming everything as COVID death. You had cancer. You had a car wreck. You had whatever. They were calling it COVID because they needed the numbers up there. And the numbers still weren't as high as they needed them to be. And so now they're going, oh, it's probably way, way more than what. You see what's going on? Why is the common flu no longer existent? Well, Sam, it's a great question. And here is what the government will tell you. Is because everybody was wearing masks and washing their hands. That's why the flu is non-existent. You know what? Not true. Not true. Fear tactic. It is a fear tactic. Don't forget, they include car wrecks, right? A kid on a motorcycle speeding died. Yeah, I can see that. Forgot to add shark attacks. Yep. All that gets grouped in. 8, except the deaths from the nursing homes in New York. We don't add those in. Those don't count. 850-771-0004. You know. All right, a massive brawl broke out at Miami International Airport over the last week. It was a dispute over face masks. Just 1 week after several passengers were documented on tape fighting over standby seats at the same airport. According to a video uploaded on YouTube on Wednesday, the fight began after two females got to a verbal altercation on the plane. In the video titled "Annoying Loudmouths from Chicago Start a Fight with People on the Airplane and End Up in a Fight in the Airport," that's a long title. After being dismissed from the plane and entering into the terminal, a blonde woman confronted another female and appeared to tell her she was going to mess her up. A little more Chicago than that, but here is the video. Pardon any language. That's a man throwing a woman down and punching her. That is in the airport. So it's great. Good stuff. Wow. You see, wow, the melee. A brawl in Miami Airport, a shocker. Yes. Over masks. Now, I have been flying recently, and I've got more to do. I don't like it. I'm not afraid of flying. It is just not enjoyable anymore. You have to have a mask on when you go into the airport, when you get on a plane, the whole entirety of the plane. You have to have it covering all of your face, your nose, and everything. I got congestion from wearing the mask. The only time you can take it off in the airport is if you're in a restaurant, and the restaurants are packed because you can take it off in the restaurant. No wonder people are angry. And you get brawls and fights and everything else going on because it's too much. It's too much. 850-771-0049. The majority of those who are not planning to get vaccinated for the Chinese coronavirus say there's nothing that could change their mind and convince them to do so. That's according to Economist YouGov survey released this week. The survey was taken May 1st through the 4th among 1,500 U.S. adults, asked those who do not plan on getting vaccinated if there's anything that could change their mind and convince them to get vaccinated. The overwhelming majority, 79%, said no, indicating they're firm in their decision. 16% they said they're not sure, followed by 5% who said yes, demonstrating a willingness to change their mind. The question follows U.S. health experts casting doubt on the United States' ability to reach herd immunity. That coincides with Dr. Anthony Fauci continually moving the goalpost of reaching herd immunity, boosting the number to over 80%. There's nothing that will convince me, they say, to get the shot. 79%. What do you think? 850-771-0049. Okay, Jocelyn, I had this video yesterday, the day before. I didn't show it. I didn't feel it was a need to. I thought it was ridiculous, and it is right. So what happened was there was a teacher that paddled a 6-year-old for messing up a computer. Paddled her. You would think the world was coming to an end. And they found that she did not commit a crime. The mother was like, oh, horrified. Jason said, had jury duty yesterday, made us wear masks and those goofy face shields. Oh my gosh, really? We were all seated 6 feet apart. I thought face masks were required when you couldn't be social distanced. See how dumb it is? They're going to put vaccine in the chemtrails. Justin, you're awesome today. God bless you. you get the Sunrise Santa Rosa Star today. There is there's nothing that'll convince me to get the shot either. Can't convince Donna. I know. Sunrise, what does it say? Another Santa Rosa Sunrise jury duty. Yeah. Are they? I wouldn't think they'd want us unless it's punishment. Why does a sheriff take the role of a judge? I don't know. Not supposed to. 850-771-0049. All right. I'm going to get to this. Here's Fauci arguing on national television, where he seems to spend much of his time, that the latest COVID guidance for summer camps is not excessive. Here is, check this out. This is wildness. Listen, people.
Because summer camps stay on the subject of kids, are looking forward to sending those kids out and hoping they have a great summer since they weren't able to last summer. And hoping they have a great summer since they weren't able to last summer. The CDC guidelines right now for kids in summer camps say masks must be worn at all times, even outdoors, by everyone, including vaccinated adults and children as young as 2 years old. And campers should stay 3 feet apart, even outdoors. My question to you is, given what research shows about transmission outside, about the low risk of serious illness in
conservative. and I think what you're going to start to see is really in real time. I wouldn't continually reevaluating that for its practicality. Because you're right, people look at that and they say, well, is that being a little bit too far right now?
Yeah, because aren't we supposed to be, we've been told, people have been preaching for a year, follow the science. The science doesn't suggest those CDC guidelines are too sensible for little kids outside.
So I'm sorry, I understand there's an echo. But here's the thing. So the question is wearing masks outside, social distancing, all these burdensome things from the COVID stuff, is it too much? And he goes, well, it's not excessive, it's conservative. It's conservative. And we need to keep it up because everything I've told you has been a lie. Oh, we've changed everything. So we're outside. We got kids outside. How do you do that? How do you do camp with masks on? Right? It's hot. It's summertime. It's hot. 2, you've got kids in cabins, in dorms. Are they going to sleep with masks on? It's so ridiculous. We kept the kids home last summer. Let them go to summer camp. I know Fauci, but he used it in a negative way, so it's all right. 850-771-0049. And a clip from a segment on struggling to get herd immunity. CNN host Michael Smirkanish, quoting a law professor, spoke about the need for a positive and negative motivation for Americans to get the vaccination. I talked about this yesterday. I didn't have any audio. I got that today. Let's see if we can get this without the echo. All right.
A USA Today essay that was published by a former prosecutor named Michael Stern. And I discussed this briefly on radio yesterday. He says, we've got to shun folks. We've got to shun people into getting shunning suggestion. Businesses should make vaccination a requirement for employment. A COVID outbreak can shut down a business and be financially devastating, and failure to enforce basic health and safety measures is not fair to employees who have to work in offices, factories, and stores where close contact is required. Things should get personal too. People should require friends to be vaccinated to attend the barbecues and birthday parties they host. Friends don't let friends spread COVID. Friends don't let friends spread COVID. Yesterday's survey question at smirkanish.com asked whether it's time to shun. 7,241 people responded. What do you think the percentage was who said yes? How about 73%?
They want to shun you for not getting vaccinated. Remember, Governor Cuomo he's going to split in the baseball stadiums. You're going to have one side that's vaccinated, one side that's not vaccinated. They're going to shun you. It's time to shun you because you won't get vaccinated and you refuse to get vaccinated. So you are going to be shunned. You're not going to be invited to picnics or barbecues. Jason, so what's the point of shunning people? Yeah. No, you must be shunned. You must be pointed out as being a refuser, a vax refuser. And you are so mentally deficient that you cannot come to my barbecue. You can't come to family gatherings. You can't shop. This guy wants to keep you from shopping. Remember, you can't buy or sell save you have the mark. They want to keep you from shopping. They want to keep you from working. They want to keep you from, you got it? Because you won't take the vaccine. If you get a shot, you're being injected with the virus. Exactly. You have, it's antibodies, right? That's what they tell you. That's what they tell you, Jocelyn. So we'll see. Next, we'll have to tar and feather us. I know. I wouldn't go to their barbecue invited. They might contaminate me with their socialism. Maybe. Yeah, for the moment, it's good. 1930s Germany. You betcha. We need to start screaming, he has the mark of the beast. If they want to do that to themselves, knock yourself out. But they should not. I wouldn't want to go to their barbecues if that's their ideology. I know. And there's no privacy laws about health when it comes to this. You will have to show that you're vaccinated. This is what this is all leading to. I had a preacher friend say, no, this is not the mark of the beast. They are getting to the point where you're going to have to show that you've been vaccinated. You're not be able to buy or sell unless you've been vaccinated. I'm telling you, people, open up. The shot only protects from one strand of the virus. Well, that's why you have to get boosters. That's why you have to get boosters every year or 6 months. Barbecues are too American. And it's probably going to be vegan. Probably going to be vegan burgers. And they're nasty. Yeah. Well, you've got to stop the spread of the virus. It's up to you. That's where you get these morons on Facebook going, I got the shot. Or a jab or a poke or whatever they call it. Ding dongs. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki admitted in a CNN podcast published Thursday that President Joe Biden taking impromptu questions from reporters is not something we recommend. Psaki made the admission while being interviewed by CNN political commentator David Axelrod on his podcast, The Axe Files, and claimed that she, at times, even tells Biden not to take questions from reporters. Yeah, we get nervous. We don't know what he's going to say, but he's the president. So what are you going to do? He's the president. So we got to let him, but we tell him, don't take questions. No questions today. Don't take any Q&As, but he does. It's not what they want. Two small states have long prided themselves on their quadrennial first-in-the-nation presidential caucus and primary statuses. Iowans love to brag about their Hawkeye Couchy, the first votes cast in the nomination process. The state spot on the election calendar, gets nearly every Democratic and Republican candidate to make an appearance in the state, and brings Iowa outsized media love during the bleak winter months. Political and government leaders revel in the extra attention that caucuses bring. New Hampshire loves to brag about being the first primary in the nation. It even has a law requiring that the Secretary of State move the election to be at least a week before any other state holds a similar election. Now their claims to fame are at risk. You want to know why? The Democratic Party believes the state's populations are too white. You can't have the first in the nation caucus in Iowa. You can't have the first in the nation primary in, you get it, in New Hampshire, because they are too white. This is racist. This is racist. You can't have these, the Democrats have said you can't have these caucuses or primaries in these states because they're too white. Racist. Racist. Wow. It's just insane. Insane. The Biden administration has reportedly loosened a Trump-era border policy to contain the spread of the Chinese coronavirus to allow vulnerable populations. So illegal aliens are going to be allowed because they're vulnerable. People like, I don't know, transgenders to seek asylum. On Wednesday, El Paso Matters learned from the Department of Homeland Security and migrant advocacy groups of the new exception to the policy. Under Title 42, U.S. Border Patrol agents overseen by the DHS are allowed to immediately deport some illegal immigrants before they can legally apply for asylum. An unnamed DHS spokesperson told El Paso Matters that the Biden administration has decided to exempt vulnerable migrant populations from Title 42. The spokesman did not specify which migrants would qualify as vulnerable. But El Paso Matters learned from the advocacy groups that several transgender migrants have been allowed to enter the U.S. We are allowing illegal transgenders into because we don't have enough. And they are vulnerable. What? Oh, this is weird. I was going to show this yesterday. This is probably the creepiest thing ever. This is Kamala Harris and her husband, Doug Emhoff. They traveled to Joint Base Andrews, where she was taking a plane to Providence, Rhode Island, and he was flying to Allentown, Pennsylvania. Before Harris departed, the fully vaccinated couple did this. Look at this video. Oh my gosh. They kiss with their masks on. And someone said, why did they do that? I said, they're fully vaccinated. Someone said, why did they do that? Maybe he realizes where she's been. Maybe it's for his protection. That is that not creepy? Is that not a creepy thing that they kiss with their masks on? What in God's name? What in God's name is going on? Does that give you any faith in the vaccine at all when they are sharing a kiss with their mask on? We've been vaccinated. So what? If you got to wear a mask and kiss, yes, it is ridiculous. Anything to push that agenda. Yep. Virtue signaling, but to what end? It doesn't promote the vaccine. They are just gross. They are gross. You better teach your kids Spanish and schools won't. Yeah. You have to have a vaccine and your kids have to know Spanish. Yep. Stephanie, what is this? Vaccine screening and consent form from Moderna. Read the form, page 2. Okay. The shot doesn't protect you from getting or transmitting the virus. I understand. But, it's just weird. That is just they're a weird couple, and that is a weird thing to see. If they have such faith in the vaccine, take the mask off and kiss them goodbye. That is a kiss with the mask on is just odd. Oy vey. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez claimed Thursday she is a Planned Parenthood baby. Too bad it didn't take. After her mother used the organization for prenatal care when she was pregnant. Here is Einstein, the brain trust of the Democratic Party. Check this out.
That was just a lot. And I think it's really important that it's addressed very directly right now and in this moment. First and foremost, I don't want to hear a single person on this committee or outside of this committee talk about valuing life when they continue to uphold the death penalty, when they continue to support policies that disproportionately incarcerate and lead to the deaths of Black men and people throughout this country, and uphold she doesn't want to hear you talk about, I don't want to hear anybody on this committee. For some reason, I'm the end all be all. So I don't want to hear anybody talk about being pro-life and valuing life when you support the death penalty. When you support cops who kill Black people. I got a question, Ocasio-Cortez. Just a quick question. Where is all this self-righteousness when you have Blacks killing Blacks in huge numbers in Chicago? Where's that? Where's that? Where is the outcry against Planned Parenthood targeting Blacks? Blacks are overwhelmingly targeted by Planned Parenthood. Where's that? Shut up. You are a horse's backside. Yeah. Wow. I understand, Donna, but you have to understand how stupid she is. That exists for profit that allows people to die because they can't afford to live. In addition to that, if we want to talk about Planned Parenthood, let's talk about how many lives.
Okay, so she throws out a bunch of talking points that are just ridiculous. She talks out of her backside, and she cannot be believed on anything. This woman is an absolute moron, but they give her screen time. I just want you to understand how moronic she is. Wow. She doesn't, or maybe she does understand, but I doubt it. I doubt it. She has no clue. She is so self-important. It's painful. All right, kids. Got to get out of here on this Friday. You have a great weekend. Listen, the balloons are at Wow this weekend. Get out there and see that. Is there bands on the Blackwater tonight? Yeah, there should be. Good night for that. Gorgeous night for that. It's going to be a great weekend. Please get out. Enjoy that. Do not forget Tuesday, 4:30 p.m. You put that on your calendar. You get other people out there because we need bodies. We need people to demand that Schiebler go. It's time. It's time. All right, kids. Thank you so much. God bless you. Stay strong. We appreciate you.